Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mike Passarelli, and this is Bracket Dome. We are here for Season 3 of Bracket Dome, returning on NUTV Sports. Now, we've all created our brackets, so let's go down and introduce ourselves. As I said, I'm Mike Passarelli. My question for each of you is, what is your favorite mascot? Mine is the Kansas mascot, because it's a little chicken. Or something.
I'm David Sheckled. Very happy to be here. My favorite mascot is the Syracuse Orange, because, I mean, it's just an orange. It's not like an animal, or it's just an orange with a face on top, and I think that's enough to put them over the top in the playing game.
My name is Tim Foley, and I'm honored to join you guys for Bracket Dome. My favorite mascot is the Gonzaga Bulldogs, because I don't think there are too many other teams called the Bulldogs, so I really like that.
My name is Pearl Strand. My favorite mascot is the Ohio State Buckeyes, and I think it's pretty explanatory. They're a nut, so nut.
Hi, I'm Tom, and my favorite March Madness mascot this year is the Providence Friar, because it's pretty much just a priest, and also
Tom, you're doing so good.
And fun fact about the Providence Friar, it actually scared a lot of children. And they have an alternate mascot that's just a Dalmatian. Like they have a giant friar suit. And then they have an alternate one for the kids because the friar scares the kids. That's a real thing that they do.
Wow, those are some truly great mascots we got for this round here. But the real question is, who do you guys have in your Final Four, and who do you have taking it all? I'll go first. I got Arizona, Michigan, and then Villanova, Kansas. Pretty solid, you know. And then winning it, we got the championship game, Michigan, Kansas, and I got Michigan taking it all.
My Final Four is Cincinnati, Missouri, and Villanova, Michigan State. And then my championship game is Michigan State beating Cincinnati.
My Final Four is University of Virginia against Ohio State University, and Villanova versus Kansas. Then I have Ohio State winning and Villanova winning to go to the championship game, and I have Villanova beating Ohio State University for the championship.
I have the University of Virginia playing Michigan and Villanova playing Michigan State, and I have UVA and Villanova winning, and UVA winning the whole thing.
And in my Final Four, I have Arizona playing Providence. and Purdue playing against Michigan.
Rev up those Friars!
I have Arizona winning the first game against Providence, and then I have Michigan State beating Purdue. And then I have Arizona losing to Michigan State 69-64 in the final. It's going to be a nice game.
Well, who is the mascot for Wright State?
Wright State University's mascot is Rowdy Raider.
Rowdy Raider?
Biggest upset that you have on your bracket. Now, the biggest one I have is 14th ranked Wright State over 3rd ranked Tennessee. I don't know, I like the mascot, and I thought that maybe they could pull it off, but we'll see in the coming weeks. David?
My biggest upsets in the round of 32, I have Oklahoma beating Duke. I just really believe in the huge Trae Young tournament performance.
My biggest upset is in the round of 64, I have San Diego State, the 11th seed, over Houston, the 6th seed. And I picked this because I felt this conviction in the depths of my soul that San Diego State was the winner. And it might have been heartburn, but I went with it.
My biggest upset, well, one of them, is in the round of 64, the winner of the ASU Syracuse game. I'm going to say that they're going to beat TCU, even though we don't even know who it's going to be yet.
And my biggest upset is 14th seeded Stephen F. Austin beating 3rd seeded Texas Tech. In all honesty, I like their name because it sounds like the guy Stone Cold. It's like Steve, Austin. So yeah, I picked them.
Well, those are all great reasons for those upsets. Truly. And my final question for the episode, everyone, is how did you go about actually choosing the winners for your brackets? So, for example, me, I was going to do what I did last year, which was look up online a bunch of different sports analysts' predictions and kind of just average them together. And I was all set to do that, and then my roommate came home, and I asked him, hey, do you know anything about sports? And he said, yeah, and the rest is history. David, how about you?
I really believe in the power of the star players in these tournaments. I think when you're getting down to the wire and all these games are so close, it really matters if you can have that guy that can, score in those last couple minutes. So that's why I went with Michigan State. Yeah, Jaren Jackson Jr. and Miles Bridges, 2 likely top 10 picks in the draft. And yeah.
Thanks, David. I selected my bracket by following my heart, listening to my heart, and going through the teams and deciding whether I liked the mascot, whether I thought that the teams historically have done well. Some of the teams that I picked actually I favor because Ohio State and Villanova are 2 schools where students that my dad has taught went on to play there years in the past. And that is my final, actually, and I picked Villanova to win. So that is how I did it. I did it by really listening to my heart and kind of trying to be in tune with the movements in there. So.
Well, I knew I wanted UVA to win it all. I'm a big UVA fan. Love rooting for hometown teams. I used my brain, my wise old man father, and the power of the internet just to make this.
And I went down to Chinatown on Friday and I bought a turtle. And I set up 2 bowls full of food for the turtle, and then I labeled them with every team, and the turtle picked my bracket.
Tom, how long did that take you? Just curiosity.
Around 7 hours,
Okay.
in the 7 or 8 range.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, actually pretty quick.
That's a pretty fast turtle.
I was surprised.
Let's end it for this episode of Bracket Dome. We'll come back at you next week with some hot wings to eat for our punishment for those losers who just didn't pick right, honestly. And that's all the time we have for. We'll see you next week. I've been Mike Passarelli. Thank you. Have a good night.